Welcome. Today, I want to talk to you a little bit about planks. They might not be your favorite, but today I'm not going to ask you to hold a long one. Instead, we're going to explore all the variations to make them accessible. My favorite entry, if planks, and especially side planks, are new to you, is going to be an entry through gate pose. So we'll find our tabletop, knees under the hips, hands straight under the shoulders. Right leg goes back. And as you pivot, the left knee is going to rotate so the foot is 90 degrees out. That bottom foot comes to the ground and you come up. This one is beautiful for muscle memory because this is how high your hip needs to be. If you want to take a little more side body stretch, reach that arm up and over. If you want to go a little further, feel free to bend the elbow. Nothing says it has to be locked. And lastly, open up and gaze up. To get to gate pose from here, find a little bit of energy and an inhale, sweep up, and you'll find that side body stretch on the other side. Now back to plank. Bring the hand down, make sure you do the other side if you're playing along at home. Knees come down. There's no shame in having your knees down in plank. Just make sure that when you come forward, the shoulders are straight over the wrists. If you need to adjust where your feet are, do so. In a knees down plank, you're gonna have more of a straight line. But in that process of tucking the toes and lifting, the hips actually come a bit higher. They're gonna come more in line with the shoulders, and that's because we're doming up. So you can see how I could be kind of collapsed. This isn't plank, please don't do this. Or I can be in this big rounded shape. Now from here, I've actually got space between my feet and I can roll my hips and heels to either side. This is my favorite entry as you want to come into side plank. And if you come in and then you realize mistakes were made, instead of the bottom leg, which we had before, it's going to be the top leg coming around. And that's going to help you build strength because you can start to use the obliques and the rest of your body to start to feel into that space, putting less and less weight, using that more like a kickstand. You can also sweep into a lovely deep side stretch, and you can come long up and overhead, tracing the rainbow. To exit, bring the hand down, pivot on the toes, step them back, drop to the knees. Of course, you can do all of that on both sides. What about wrists? They don't always love plank. Good news, you have a whole beautiful forearm. So let's go through those again. Let's say I'm here and I kick back and I'm back in this supported version. I don't have to be on my wrist, and I might even be able to arc into that full rainbow. Bringing it back to a more traditional forearm plank, knees down or knees up. Keep the hips slightly elevated here. A block can help you see if you're getting low. And then side plank here, pivots. For me, this is my left arm on the ground. Right arm reaches high. This arm gives a great deal of balance. We're reaching high. If you're feeling spicy, tree pose. Maybe you bind on the big toe. Maybe you reach. This version is a great place to play with bigger expressions because you have this long, long arm on the ground. Exit always smoothly and with control, so make sure you don't stay in a side plank so long that you fall out of it. Not good. Last expression, maybe full height, roll the feet over. From here, hips high, remember, knee is the option. Hips high, reach long. You really want to keep the shoulder right over the wrist. And again, you've got these big, beautiful options. Maybe even playing. I hope that helps you guys. In any class, find a version of plank and side plank that works for you. It's not about perfection, it's about growth. Thank you so much.